And we're back with most likely the final episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 3. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and it's time to say how to do to Beatrice and use some Western justice to take her down. What lies beyond this door, the end of a nightmare or the end of reality, the darkness engulfing Beatrice extends before your eyes. Would you like to save your memories onto a PS card before you step through? We did that outside the door, so we don't need to do it here. Were you held up by the disasters? I was getting sick of waiting. The preparations are almost complete. This time, for sure, I'll create my own Felgaia from people's memories. You really think you can create another Felgaia? Just like the time when you used the Yggdrasil system. The Yggdrasil generator has been destroyed, and you don't even have enough energy to... But I do. I'm the one who ripped the Yggdrasil generator out from the system. And as for energy, I'll just blow up the Nightmare Castle and appropriate the energy generated from the blast. It didn't really matter to me whether you defeated the disasters or not. I just wanted the most powerful life form to offer in its place of... the Surge of Gaia, so that I can apply its energy to my creation. Everybody worked so hard for me, starting with the construction of the Yggdrasil system, which paved the way to my first attempt at creation. You defeated the boorish prophets who tried to expel the humans, and also rid this world of Siegfried. Oh, and how can I forget? Lamium obeyed all my orders to excavate countless artifacts necessary for my creation. Even Lamium. So the earlier references I was making about her existence, same with Gallo's brother. It's all being referenced. As long as humans cling to even a little bit of hope, they can be taken advantage of quite easily. Lamenting over the decaying Felgaia, I must have appeared as a saint to Lamium. People don't rely or depend on others just because they're weak. It's because we strongly believe that we can accomplish something much greater if we support each other. It's a bond built upon trust and support. There's nothing lower than taking advantage of people's trust. You're so arrogant. I don't need to hear your lecture. Now let me show you a deep sleep beyond your dreams. Now, you don't get any XP for any of these battles, so really you just need to go hardcore. In this dream world, I am a tangible entity where you can hurt me as you please. The opposite also holds true. I am capable of ripping you to shreds. Bring it. Bring it. Your ass will be grass, your ass will be grass. You know what? Let's give that to Gallows, so he can hyper. We're gonna take her on a trip to Murder Town. Now she has the ability of actually using the status effect sleep. A lot, by the way. And that is one thing that Jet and Gallows are not immune to. Luckily, we're going to get a lot of their stuff out of the way early on, so we don't have to worry about it. And anytime she's going to waste a turn, we're going to exploit it. Like that. Ha! And then this battle will be over next round. You guys are like, he's kind of confident for this final boss battle. Yeah, I am, but there's more to it than that. So don't get too excited. Gatling, and Gatling. Pump her full of lead, y'all! She may not even survive up to Clive, but she probably will. Oh no. Can you hear it? Felgaia is beating within me. The seed of the planet sleeps inside my body. Yes, I shall soon become the mother of Felgaia. We got nothing for her trouble.
kind of blows, but that's kind of what they do.
The Yggdrasil's generator. Who is it? The Yggdrasil's generator is in the final activation phase inside the Ark of Destiny. All there's left to do now is to blow up the Nightmare Castle with you in it to generate the energy needed for creation. The birth cry of my new world can be heard at the Ark of Destiny. Hee 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 hee. Enough talk. This is it. I must put you and Lamium out of your misery. How does 10 seconds to destruction sound? Will that be enough time for you to escape? I think not. Hee 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 hee.
Exodus.
The light signifies the birth of a new planet.
That's how they get you. Shane, come on, little brother. Wake up.
But, brother, huh? What's going on? Where am I? Why am I here? Are our memories being devoured?
It appears so, but not all of it just yet. You mean we still have time?
That's up to us. Come on, let's go.
It is up to us. Bling 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 bling. I still love the music from that opening scene of the first one. So just as a reminder, you can't really do much more side quest wise. You really can't do anything. So don't bother with it. But with that said, I will tell you this. We've done a lot. We've done everything except the Abyss, and we're coming up on 28 hours. So I say we did pretty good. I bet you in 32 hours we could have the Abyss done. So that's about 4 hours more gameplay. We could probably knock out the Abyss and probably get enough money. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we'd have enough money. It might even take longer than that. But the money to buy the EX file key, it'd probably be easier to get that on a second playthrough of the game anyway. Which is really what you kind of have to do to get it. I don't know if you can get it the first playthrough unless you dedicate hours of gameplay that's not worth dedicating to this game. As much as I love this game. But think of it like this. In a New Game Plus, you get to keep everything that you've got in your levels going in. So you don't need to, I don't believe you need to spend money to upgrade your weaponry or any of that. So with that said, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? To do it all. So you're just really playing through the game and saving every penny you make to finish the game and get the money. And you'll have enough by the time you're done if you do all the side quests again. So, not a big deal. So we head into the Ark of Destiny, because that's obviously where she is. This sensation. Are we too late? If the Yggdrasil generator attached to the Ark of Destiny is created... Okay, I'm not touching the buttons. Let's hurry. The planet and Lamium are in danger. I'm just going to say it because this is all going to be running on auto. So I'm not going to use the voices. I'm going to try to read it out loud as fast as I can for those of you who can't always watch but like to listen for the story. You don't have to turn around. All you have to do is look forward. Maya, what are you doing here? I found my next target. It's a monumental gem that sparkles like none other. One day I will return this planet to its blue state and make it mine. I've decided to become the first president of the United Stars of Filgaia. Oh, come on, Maya. That can't be that could be taken as an act of aggression. So what's your point? Are you going to do something about it as a defender of justice? We'll stop you. Fine. Then just make sure you come back alive. I mean, you're the only one who stands a chance against us. Thanks, Maya. The sequel that never happened. Huh. Have they no manners? They're in the presence of a future ruler here. What's it? Milady, this is the perfect opportunity to repay them for their honor. Yeah, I'm sure Sis thinks so too, but she's too stubborn to admit it. Nah, I'm gonna do it for him. Oh, be quiet. Put your skills where your mouth is. I actually believe Schrodinger's prepared to go all out. I actually believe the Schrodingers can handle that, in all fairness. Well, a few times that really was believable. The Lamium, why did you shield us? I too have now finally seen the truth. I was deceived and used by the dream demon. Everything I have done worked for my ideology has been disgraced. Even so, I still have hope for the future. Lamium, come on! Lamium! Lamium, whatever.
And Lamium will always be an ignorant man. If he didn't shield you, he would have lived on dreaming. The electrical field of the 25th dimension is the dream world. In other words, a world of eternal darkness deep within your mind. That world is where I rule. It's easy to control reasoning.
Like I said, since it's on autopilot, you don't understand a thing. Eternal darkness might exist deep down within people's hearts, but there, though it may be small, you'll also find a sparkle of relentless hope.
Impossible. How did you escape the cage of darkness?
Lamium, the man who was most worried and troubled about the future of this planet and its people, opened up the way there. It was a very faint light that eventually disappeared, but I will do my best to... Oh, come on!
So you wish to avenge his death or ignite the flames of hatred for all life on Felgaia? Hee hee hee. Are you going to swallow me and destroy me inside the darkness?
And then there was more to it, obviously, but I'm trying my best, guys. Stupid autopilot. They ever remake this game hardcore, they need to fix that.
I will not let you become anyone's memory.
Damn, wiping her away from memory. Alright, so here we go. Same kind of fight as last time, in all fairness. We will change the order. No. And we will Mystic a full carrot. Let me just turn the volume up on my TV a little bit. Alright. We will status lock Gallows. Extension Hyper. Gatling. Now, here's the thing. We have to do 10 back-to-back battles. And all of your statuses, everything that you have, carries over into the next fight. You did not hear me stutter. There are freaking 10 battles back-to-back. Okay, and we have to survive all 10 of them in a row. So if we're somehow knocked down to 1 health in the very next battle, we're only going to have 1 health. And the parameters will change every battle. So first one's done.
Hee hee hee. I see. So you'll fight for all life. You'll fight for all life living on Felgaia to protect their memories. That's fine with me. My Felgaia, born from life on Felgaia, will eat you alive. I will become the mother of Felgaia.
Bring it, bitch. I've got your name. I've got your ass. Nobody fucks with that Jesus, huh? Well, that's a little odd. Don't tell me this thing here is supposed to be her Felgaia. Is this some kind of joke? Yes, the Felgaia theory. How the world is a single life entity. It seems to be at its larval stage now, but it will grow and mature into a true threat.
Then we have to stop it now. It may just be another Felgaia, but its will is that of Beatrice.
It sure doesn't have a liking for us either. Let's do it. We've only just begun. So let's go ahead and Mystic a full carrot without rotating the order. Gatling. Hyper should still be going, so let's go with Protect. We need to empty Clive's gun. Oh, it is already empty, isn't it? Wait a minute. Did they do you? I know you don't recover normally everything, but we'll see here. just do a check. I think it stays, but I could be wrong. No, it didn't stay. So we lose the buffs, but everything else seems to be the same. Well, no, because we got our bullets back too, so... It's just HP and FP, maybe. Yay! These will help if you're also... You can steal a mini carrot from every one of these beings, by the way. In every form that the boss takes. Alright. Next. Well, we gotta get Clive's everything up. Now, here's the catch with this fight. We have to beat it in 6 turns. If we don't, problems. And that's the only thing he does pretty much the whole battle, other than the problem of resetting the battle. Oh, crap. That's right. That's still going. But everybody gets a full FP bonus anyway, so I'm not worried about it. You know, yeah, Gatling. Well, we'll have Jet hold off, I think, for the moment. And he's down. Now this one's a weird fight here. Let's do a full carrot. Actually, let's do this. Let's do replay. Clive. Hyper only Clive. He's the only one that's going to need it. There we go, and then replay should kick in. Yeah! And he's toast. Oh no, we didn't do it. Okay, we gotta do that, replay. I forgot to do it. Oh, dang it. Thought it would have worked. What happened? Did replay not kick in? Or did I not attack? I didn't attack, did I? Well, now it should be enough. If I had a replay. I believe Accelerator might have worked too, but I don't remember if it does or not. This is the way I remember beating him, so. But Accelerator might work. I don't think it does, though. Oh, that wasn't enough to kill it. Darn. You know what? We'll have her actually throw out a Potion Berry. Keep everybody healthy. Virginia's lost about a little less than 400 damage. And the next couple of these fights are going to be rough. They scale very quickly. Right now it doesn't seem like much, but it does get harder. There we go. Let's do it. Now these dudes are assholes. They will heal to full health if left unchecked anytime you pretty much do physical damage. So we need to be very particular with who we and what we attack with. They're also very resistant to magic, so you need to pretty much ensure that you can kill them in one round. Which we have two people that can do that with gusto. Well, maybe not now, but... Actually, defend. It won't be a problem. And these dudes can use every elemental attack in the book. And it hits, I believe, only single target issues, so you won't want to leave them around too long. Because we're not immune to every element, like, you know, we could have been, but if we invested into it more. That one's toast. Toast. Nice. Locked. It's going through its evolution. Think about it. It's actually like a global evolution of boss fights, really. And now we've got lizard creatures. Yay. Let's do it like this. Gatling. This one. Marginalize and there. Or magnerize, rather. Trying to conserve our FP because we don't really need to spend it, really. And here we go. Now we start getting to where they have lots of health. I just want to check something too. I believe this one has to be killed with magic, but I want to make sure before we commit to it. Okay, never mind. We kill it like the rest. He's toast. And now we have another one. They just keep coming. Now this one will reset the battle, so we don't want that to happen. So we need to kill him quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let's do nothing to provoke its ire. All right. Now they start getting harder again. Because now we got to figure out which one's technically the one we go after. Now the deal is we can't hurt the big guy till we kill the servants, I believe. And the servants, one's immune to magic and one's immune to physical attacks. And you're asking the wrong guy. I don't remember any of this, specifics of this. So what we'll do is we're going to let Gallows fire a round off on the first one and then figure out which one we got to go for. Because once the two of those things are down, we will then send in Clive to get the Gib. Because I believe he can revive them. So we have to, and these things are going to start being bad. Luckily we have Dark Ward. Yay. For now. I think the next one we don't have a ward against. But nothing, it doesn't matter at that point. You waste your turns, fool. I totally was not paying attention if I did damage or not. No! I was too busy talking about what I was doing. Try cremate on this one. Okay, so the first one is magic oriented. Yeah, okay. Good to know. Now, before we go finishing any off, both of the pairs of them off, we need to prepare something. Because Clive won't be fast enough. So let's give him Quicken. We can take these hits because they're not really doing anything. So I'm not worried about it. Let's see if he's actually faster. Looks like he is. Damn it. So we gotta kill him off before we can actually do anything. Okay. Oh, but Gallows is too slow. Let's prep this better. Because we need Clive to still go last. He's going first, which is not helping me right now. Oh, he's going first because everybody else is defending. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully Jet goes before Clive. Good. Maybe that was overkill. This battle's done. Woo! And now it's the same thing, but we lucked out because it's not as rough. Except he's going to start damaging us this time because I don't think we have resistance or much resistance to lightning. Okay, we still don't need that. That's good. You can see they're very, very resistant to damage this time around. And remember, he hits like a truck, so keep that in mind. And his buddies are attacking now, which make them even more dangerous. Okay, let me think this through here. Got one. Did we get the other one? No, it's still out there. Ooh, didn't finish that one off. Yeah, bad. And that's the problem. Alright, so yeah. Okay, let me think about this. So what I think we're going to need to do here is weaken them over the course of a few rounds here. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, just the battle alone is 40 freaking minutes, and we're not even at the final form yet. Which is not a joke. We're not at the final form yet. Let's do this. Let's do Dark Matter on you. Defend. Magnerize on you. You can Potion Berry somebody. Damage. Unless that one was already damaged from earlier. Which I think it was. Now we make our move. Messenger. for this bitch to see some stars. I think we did it. Got him. And now we reach the final form.
If it's a nightmare you seek, then a nightmare you'll get. One that never ends and one you cannot wake from. Rot in my endless nightmare.
Dun dun dun. Well, really quick. Let us heal up from that last fight. Recover that. Now what we want to do is there's actually an EX file key in this fight that you can steal from the boss, and that's not a joke. And if you miss it the first time around, if you play the New Game Plus, you can get it again. You can attempt to get it again. Slow him down. Okay, making sure. Flagamus, whatever. So he's going to gain resistance to elements based on what extremities he's got going for him. It's a pain in the butt, and it's something you got to worry about a little bit. So let's see. There's the EX file key. We can end the battle. As far as I'm concerned, that's good for me. And that returns his weaknesses to normal. Matricaria formation. But again, we don't care. We really don't. Because we're due to take this dude on a trip to Murder Town. Mystic, a full carrot, Gatling, just to make sure. No, it doesn't matter because the order is different. So no, let's go with. No, it's just attack, I guess. And then Gatling. Really high defense, by the way. Which makes this fight a little harder than it would normally be. Especially at lower levels. But you guys know how we roll. And boom goes the dynamite. That's it. The 45-minute mark.
Hee hee hee. My Felgaia and I have been defeated. But your Felgaia will come to an end as well. My Felgaia and your Felgaia. Everything is composed of opposites, day and night, positive and negative. Everything is structured to cancel each other out. Just like my Felgaia in your dream world and your Felgaia. The connected world will also perish with my demise. They will eventually expel each other. Everything will come to an end. You, me, everything will be engulfed in nothingness.
And that's it. Deity. Oops, did it skip? Daddy, where are we? This is the horizon. Everything is transformed into memories, and all the memories. All right, it's gonna go on its own. So you guys enjoy this ending that you have got, if you've gotten to this point, so diligently earned. So this is the information library, Hades. A white world of nothingness. Did our Fogaya end up like this? Uh-oh. So we weren't able to accomplish anything. The existence will one day cease to exist, and the existence is nothing but a mere memory. Existence is a form of memory passed down from history. We all fought so hard to protect everyone's memories. But I guess... You failed! Everybody you know and love us. Wait a minute, memories! If Gaia and all life are living there in a form of memory, then we have to create memories again. Every one of us has to gather up the memories we have towards the future. And this is the horizon where all the memories are gathered. Just leave a couple people out. You know, like the prophets and some of those guys. You don't want to bring them back. Beatrice was able to create a Fogaya from memories. And if I use this terminal to unify everyone's memories as one, our Fogaya may once again... And likewise, we use the Yggdrasil system generator that was transformed into memories. It will take a miracle for this to succeed. This is an unlikely coincidence, but do you believe it'll work? Coincidence is part of fate. We're not just leaving this miracle to chance. My efforts and everybody else's will unify the Fogaya that's stuck in the memories. If you keep up with it on your own, guys. Creating a Fogaya from memories. That is the same game plan as the Dream Demon, but will it work? But if indeed it is possible, Jet's memories will also be included. If we still have the memories of the former Fogaya, then maybe, just maybe, the Fogaya from before will be there. This is like planting a single seed into the wasteland. I know it'll work, Daddy. I'm not alone. And plus, a miracle is a reward you get for giving it your best. Or else, the fruits of our efforts won't be worth the price. I'm skipping lines because I can't keep up with it. I'm not the Micro Machines guy, okay? Is everyone alive? You're the one who was out cold till now. The world, is Fogaya still here? Yes, we all made it. Yes, we all made it back safely. Lamium, we'll bring forth Fogaya as the for future Fogaya that you wanted. Well, what are you doing up there? Did you do this? Why did you kill the founder? No, wait, it's not what you think. You've got it all wrong. You just say out loud, we didn't kill him. Yeah, everyone in here, the founder has been... Talk about bad timing, the worst, but they're pretty green at fighting. No, you know we could take them. No, we can't do that. We have no choice. We've been showered with fire before. What's the difference now? Don't tell me we're committing suicide. No, nothing like that. We're not going to lay down our lives. Then how the hell do we get out of this pinch? You are the leader. If you have a way out, we will follow your orders. Aim for the kneecaps. The first hurdle I had to overcome was becoming a drifter. The fact that my concept of what justice is doesn't always hold true in the wasteland. But still, an unwavering sense of justice lies within me. It compels me to hold true to my convictions. I won't let my feelings waver. I'm going to carry through. That's my definition. We've traveled the right path until now. We may have stumbled, but we did the right thing, right? Yeah, I think so. There's no way we would live slavishly. Then we won't need arms anymore. Let's just hold our heads high and head out. Fine, I am in, but I am not You don't have enough memories yet. I'm not going out like this. You're an unpredictable leader, just like a storm. Whether to believe this storm can blow away all of our problems without question. A storm, huh? You said it. Reminds me of a stormy night on that train. I never thought the last stop would turn out like this. A coincidence is part of fate. I'm really, really glad I met all of you. We had some rough times together, but more than anything, it was fun. Our memories together can't be bought by any treasure, right? So they remove all their ammunition. Or every step... God, the dialogue, will it not do that? Our memories into the future, and then they all get shot down. They get mowed down. And that's the end. A little bit of a weak ending for some people, but it's like, where do you really go from there? And they leave a lot of information open. But look at that, text translation and editing, Squaresoft. Interesting. Anywho, that is Wild Arms 3. My thoughts about this one is that the characters, these are the best characters written in the series as far as I'm concerned. The characters are wonderful. The story overall is pretty solid. The villains actually feel somewhat threatening in a way. And the battles are pretty rough early on, especially if you're playing blind and you don't know what's coming up. During 6 sequential playthroughs, the game gets a lot easier. A lot of people say Wild Arms is one of the hardest JRPG series out there. It's true. It's definitely one of the harder ones. You have to imagine playing this for the first time and not knowing anything. Not a joke. Not knowing anything. What would that entail? What would that mean? What would that be like? Oh my goodness. The idea is so massive that there's not really a lot you could think of to do. You would have to, it would be a lot of trial. It's much like Dark Souls. It's your first playthrough of Wild Arms 3 without any guide or anything. It's going to be like trial and error. You'll fight bosses, get your butt kicked frequently. But you learn from each battle. You learn from each experience. And that's what's the big one. So you have to really think about that. You really need to think about that. When you play this game, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I do highly recommend it. I recommend this game to any JRPG fans. This is definitely not one to start with by any stretch of the imagination, though, and I stand by that statement. You should play easier ones before you move to this. Now, of the Wild Arms games, I would recommend Wild Arms Alter Code F first. I tend to find that one to be a little easier than Wild Arms 3, but Wild Arms 3 is equally fun, and it's more accessible, whereas Wild Arms 1, the original regular one, is only available on the PlayStation Store, not Wild Arms Alter Code F. That never got into the PlayStation Network, so you petitioned to get them to put that into the network, so that's a big thing too. My thoughts of this game are that it's a great experience. It really makes you think, and when it's one of those games where you really get accomplishment. You feel very accomplished for getting very far in it because it is difficult, and you know that as you're playing the game. Once you get the Violator and you understand how to use Finest Arts, it gets a little wonky after that. Like, it seems to get a little too easy. But even then, there were fights that were still tricky, and we still had to figure out. If we didn't fight all those alternate bosses, we would be at about level 55 to 60. And that final boss would have been a lot harder. Finest Arts would have taken 2 or 3 to kill the final boss because we just wouldn't do enough damage. But because we were so strong for doing all the side questing, we still didn't do Raguo Regala. And we're still short 100,000 plus XP from the fighting our way down to that. So there's still a lot to really say about the game. But yeah, I love the story. I love the constant change, the ever-changing antagonist. This is one thing that the series did really well, especially the third one, where I complained about Seymour Guado is the villain in Final Fantasy X, and they should have changed it to like Yu Yevon, not the religion. If you haven't played Final Fantasy X, this is a spoiler, but there was a guy named Yu Yevon in the history of the world who created sin. And it really should have been him halfway through the game being introduced to this Yu Yevon character. Like, whether it's his spirit or his essence or even just the stories building up to him. And this is where I made the comment about Ni no Kuni's ending. not really lining up very well with the ending that it had. The game really should have ended when the primary villain who's been following you through the game dies. But no, they had to add the White Witch stuff in there. And the White Witch wasn't introduced properly as an antagonist since the later parts of the game, and really didn't seem to be very effective. So I always kind of look back at Nino Kuni and think that didn't help. But I look at Wild Arms 3 that didn't do that. Oh wait, here we go. The Searchers of the suspected of murdering the order leader, minor injuries, many injured, none. Key suspects to the crime, their whereabouts are still unknown. And look, they all became outlaws. And look, it's more. Oh, look who it is. They didn't die. And why are they chasing a little girl? This could be bad. Whoa there, I love it when women make the first move and all, but why does trouble always seem to come from over there?
Help me, please. Bad guys are chasing me.
It's a shame, really. We're actually villains ourselves.
Except we don't put up with thugs.
And they're shaking in their boots. No! You guys are.
I hope you haven't forgotten about the great memories we had together.
Well, what now? I guess we should lay low, huh? Looks like you're the one who sticks out like a sore thumb.
We should let everyone know that we're all right. Why don't you say we hit Humphreys Peak first?
Thank you. I would appreciate that. Yeah, be prepared for an ending, gentlemen and ladies. And flowers! Wild Arms 3, the end. Somebody's memory of flowers. So yeah, for me, Wild Arms. What was I getting at? I forgot what I was getting at. We were making comparisons. Oh yeah, so there's a lot of anyway. Getting back to what I was saying. Put that over there. And that's our EX file save. So yeah, getting back to what I was pointing out, what I wanted to say is like the ending of that game in Wrath of the White Witch, where she was kind of there in cutscenes, but her influence was never felt. It was always the other villain, right? Whereas in this game, this villain is has been always present, just in the background, has only been made reference to in little pieces and chunks, and it was a little rushed by the end of the game, but it was still there. This idea that there's another power out there was always implied, and we never got that feeling from Siegfried or the prophets when people talked about somebody coming to them in their dreams and their memories and the Blue Menace and all of that stuff. Who was telling them these things? It wasn't Siegfried and it wasn't the prophets, and that was laid out pretty straightforward just from straight thinking, from like standard, deduction. So the story does a pretty good job. It's still not perfect by any means, but it did a better job than Nino Kuni did at doing that kind of story, and it definitely did a better job than Final Fantasy X. But it is a great story. I highly recommend it for everyone. I think it's a wonderful game and all of that good stuff. So we can return to save screen, return to title screen. I think it's just an opening, regular opening with special music. But yeah, so for the most part, that's really the way the game is. We'll skip this. It's just the stuff you've seen before. And I think it's just okay, here we go. So here's the EX file stuff. And yeah, it costs one key to open this. You want EX file to activate this command. Will you use it? Well, what is it? Display character status. Only if you care. We'll come back to that. Watch opening movies. Well, you need 8 keys for that. Now, we have many keys. 10 keys. So what's this? Watch movie that plays when you quit the game. Start a new game with current levels in Gela, and this costs two keys. So really, we can only open this, and there's 8 movies, and I think. So we'll open this. And then there's the different opening movies, and I think it's just they're the same opening movies, just in different languages, in English and Japanese. Okay, so there's that, and then if we go to like, I bet you the first 4 are the regular ones, and then the second 4 are the ones in Japanese. I'm betting. And since you guys probably didn't get to hear it. Oh no, wait. Why are there 8? How many did I show you guys? 5, 6? That's interesting. We're not gonna watch all of these. I was just okay. So that gives you something to work towards, right? You get to learn about all the different videos. I don't think there's 8 in English though, because there's got to be some that we've probably seen them all. I just don't remember how many we did, or what are the minute differences. I'll have to watch these and see, and maybe let you guys know in the comments below later or something, or in the description of the game. Yeah, that's when they transform. And Siegfried, so we saw that. And then the only other one we saw was the one where, so what's this one? Right, because it was that, and then it transferred right over to... Okay, here's the Japanese one. I bet you that just plays Japanese lyrics at different points of the game. But we'll look and see if there's any difference in the visual presentation. But yeah, again, so getting back on point while this is running, Wild Arms 3 is a wonderful game, and this is in a series that deserves to be remade from the ground up, or is definitely the Wild Arms series. It ended after Wild Arms 5. There was a PSP Wild Arms game that was not very good from what I've read and seen. And I do have it to play finally. I'm not going to stream it because it's on PSP at the moment, but I'm going to go and look into it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of these where they don't change anything visually. It's just the audio. So like if we go to the last 2, we'll see something different. But yeah, so this is a series that deserves a remake, and the second one deserves a full 3, like a high a full proper Wild Arms Alter Code F remake, I think. And then the problem with the series is it started to die after Wild Arms 3. Wild Arms 4 and 5 were very different. There was a lot of rumors that it was made technically by different people, though the same people were still involved, but they were kind of sent down a road that they never recovered from. XSEED demanded a new battle system. They wanted it to stand out and be more unique and more strategic and more complex because there was a higher demand. And for some reason that they had this belief that getting away from turn-based RPGs was the right move. Fully turn-based, and which the series never ended up doing entirely, but it got way more convoluted in its battle system to a grid-based battle system where you move around a grid in order to do your strategies and whatnot. Yeah, so this is the last one we just saw, where Beatrice shows up here, yeah. Okay, so the last one. What's the last one? What's the last one? I think it'll be in Japanese. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, it's just the same 4 openings. 4 are in Japanese and 4 are in English. Okay, so there's that. So these are the cool things you can do with the AX file keys. For any of you that were wondering, this is the cool stuff that you can do. Watch movies that play when you quit the game. I've never shown you guys that. I don't see a reason to. And then, yeah. We'll let you replay the game with the gals and levels that you beat the game with. Start a new AX file game. Yeah, I imagine walking around just shooting things to end your boss fights. But yeah, you'll get enough EX file keys because you can find them again, I believe, and get the rest. And then there were still 2 or 4 out there. Right, this 4, that's 2. So I think we had them all except for about 2 to 4. But yeah, there it is, guys. Wild Arms 3. So yeah, I highly recommend this game. I think this is a game that should be in the on the list of games beaten for multiple times, not just once, but maybe twice. And so look at that, number of game overs, 2, number of continues 2. So not bad. But yeah, number of saves 209. But yeah, so I highly recommend this game. I can't recommend it enough. And I'll be the first to tell you that this is a wonderful series. I highly recommend Wild Arms 1 through 3. 4 and 5 are pretty weak. The 4th one being having the worst story of all of them, and the 5th one being not much better. At least they brought the Wild West theme back in the 5th one, because they kind of forgot about that in the 4th one. But the characters are a little more likable in the 4th one than the 5th one, so it's a little of both. But the series kind of died off, and I don't know why. It's unnecessary of it to have died the way it did. But I do believe that Alter Code F needs to be saved, and Wild Arms 3 needs to be saved. And I do think that these games would, and Wild Arms 2 for sure, would heavily benefit from an overhaul. Like giving it triple A, graphics and voice acting and all that stuff. This would be an amazing series to have remade. And then with regards to the 4th and 5th games, just redo them from the ground up. Keep the same characters and villains if you want, but really redesign them. I would say make them fit the Western theme better and make the stories better, because 4th story is just ridiculously silly and with a lot of potential too. And then the 5th story played it so safe and weird that it was still quirky enough that it was very off-putting for good old Wild Arms fans. Now there are people that like the 4th and 5th one, but I don't know anybody who prefers those over the first 3. And if you are one of those people, what the hell's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. Like what you want, but just know that you're not special because you like something that's kind of almost universally agreed to be terrible. But yeah, this is a series that definitely needs to make a comeback, because we don't have a lot of cool Western themed ideas out there outside of Red Dead Redemption. And Wild Arms was such an interesting concept of a Western Wild West Final Fantasy like game. And the fact that it's kind of gone now is a shame. It outlasted Shadow Hearts, so that was interesting. But a lot of them died with the advent of the PS3. They just stopped making these kind of games, and it's a shame, because these games are still talked about in myth and legend and all of that as being these excellent games, and they still hold up even to this day. They really do. So with that said, anyways, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and you survived this wild west of Wild Arms 3. Will I play Wild Arms 4 and 5? Yeah, I will at some point play Wild Arms 4 and 5. I probably won't play them anytime soon, but we will get to them, because I've played both of those games and beaten them, and that way maybe you guys can see that it's not worth investing into. I don't think you need to invest into them at all, in all fairness. So just saying. So without further ado, and then what's coming up after this, I haven't decided. Maybe Lost Odyssey. A lot of people have asked me about doing that. Well, because I've done it on the live stream, which if I could do it on the live stream, I could do it on YouTube. So maybe Lost Odyssey, maybe Phantasy Star 3, maybe Final Fantasy 3, though I'm not that eager to do that one. That's the worst Final Fantasy next to 13, which I also haven't done. But it would finish. Oh, I need to do Final Fantasy 5 at some point, so maybe I'll change it up a little bit there. I could redo Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I used to have half of a playthrough on here that I did with my buddy Douche Waffles, but since he got busy and moved away, it kind of stagnated and phased out. So maybe I'll do that one, because I hear there's not a lot of them on YouTube. So playthroughs of that game on YouTube that are good. So maybe we'll come back and take a look at that Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I don't mind doing it again, as much as I kind of hate that game in a way. But yeah, we might tackle that one or something. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot out there. I could do a Zelda game. Some people have asked if I'll do Mario RPG or Chrono Trigger, which I've streamed on my channel over and over again. So I eventually should bring these here to the YouTube channel at some point. So those are also options as well that I've been deeply thinking about. And I mean deeply because I think it's important. And you guys, I know, really, really appreciate it. I might even do there was the idea of doing Shadow Hearts and starting that series for y'all as well. So there's a lot of options, or starting Xenogears so I can go into Xenosagas, the Xenosaga games. I haven't decided yet. There's a lot of options out there, and there's so many options it's hard to choose. But just keep in mind, I have things in the loop that I would like to do, and I even want to do Shining Force 3 and Shining in the Holy Ark. Those are also on my to-do list. So I've got like 10 games on my to-do list that I want to do. And with some of these games being so epically long, it's hard to get them all out there for you. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for more live JRPG gaming action, as well as other games, because I play other stuff on there. Check out my Chairman of the Board show, which is a tabletop show, as well as the Chairman of the Board podcast, which will be coming soon, where we talk about all video games, board games, and events surrounding the entertainment industry as a whole, including the game industry. And then that'll be coming out on Twitch exclusive for a little bit, but I am going to save those those Twitch episodes and maybe edit them and then bring them onto the channel at some point. Hobo Headcrab and I have been talking a lot about it, and people seem to really love how two people from completely different generations of gaming interpret different video games, and we both like JRPGs and all the the usual fare. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about and a lot of cool stuff to share. And also check out on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTarStudios. Hobo Headcrab and I are on a show called Hobo Plays. And he blind plays through classic JRPGs. He's gone through Chrono Trigger already, and has now moved on. I think he's moved on. We're going to move on to either Shining Force or Final Fantasy X. So one of the two will be coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and you don't want to miss out on that. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. We will see you guys next time. And embrace the winds of change. Oh, I farted, sorry. See you next time.